What's up YouTube? Robbie Rambles back again, and today's video we are talking all about dosing. Let's begin by briefly explaining what dosing is and why we do it. There are several in-depth videos on YouTube, however I'm just going to give you a condensed version. Dosing is a process of adding specific elements into our tank to bring up the existing levels. When saltwater is mixed, it's mixed with RODI water. In essence, water with all of its solubles taken out. Typically, you would see RODI water with readings of 0 TDS, which is total dissolved solids. From there, salt is mixed into the water, not only giving the water a salinity reading, but also adding back in specific minerals and elements which are beneficial to our reef tank. However, due to the consumption and absorption of these elements, we need to regularly maintain these elements at specific levels. Here you can see my notebook, which contains all of my testing on these elements and more to ensure our water quality is where it needs to be and our corals are happy. Ideal ranges are typically as follows. I won't discuss ammonia, nitrites, or nitrates as I've previously spoken about them in my nitrogen cycle video earlier in the series. With that, we have the following ranges we are trying to aim for. pH should be anywhere from 8.1 to 8.4, so we're a little bit on the low end here, but I'll get into that a little bit later. Salinity should be between 1.024 and 1.026. I found 1.025 seems to work best for my corals, but it all depends, so adjust accordingly. Calcium should be between 400 and 450. Mine's a little bit higher, but again, a water change will fix that. Alkalinity between 8 and 12. Magnesium between 1250 and 1400. In order to achieve these levels, I've been dosing the tank with Red Sea Foundation dosing kit. In order to avoid drastic spikes, I found adding 4 mils of calcium and magnesium and then 2 to 3 mils of alkalinity got me to the levels I wanted in a little over a week. I began dosing on April 17th and tests on April 25th revealed all of these elements reached somewhere in the range of ideal testing parameters. We can see calcium went from 390 to 480, alkalinity increased from 9.9 to 11.8. This also helps increase my pH to 8.1. So something to note is if I want to push it a little bit more, I could probably get my pH up, but there's other ways to get pH up that I'm going to work on. Anyways, finally my magnesium went from 1190 to 1360. I've noticed my corals all seem happier since increasing these ranges, and although some seem slightly on the higher side, I haven't noticed any real negative effects from the increase. To maintain these levels, I cut back on dosing to twice a week and about half the amount I started with. So, around 2 mils of calcium magnesium and then only a few drops of alkaline. I have to say the Red Sea Foundation pack has been very easy to use. This is my first time dosing an aquarium, and I will continue to use this product as it's been a game changer for the health of my corals. I should also note that after performing a water change, I dose daily until levels are back to where I want them. Usually around 4 to 5 days. Anyways, I wanted to get this video out hoping it would help others and they too could see how simple the process can be. You don't need fancy dosing equipment, and in small tanks like this Reef Casa, it's fairly easy to dose and the bottles will last a very long time. In our next video, we finally discuss our frag rack and if it actually breaks our rules of purchasing a piece of equipment to maintain our complete starter package status. Personally, I don't think so, as it serves as a unique purpose that in no way adds any sort of advantage to the aquarium, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks again for following along in this series. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Until the next time, I'll see you later. Bye for now.